If you continue to choose to ignore how safe you are in your mind, you will never be able to feel safe enough in your body to heal.
Welcome back to Cinder and Salt. I am Kristy Sturdivant.
And I'm Candace Bethel.
And we are moving a little bit away from emotions today, but we are going to wrap it back in because we want to talk about the concept of safety and how important it is to be safe logically and in your mind, be safe emotionally, and then move that down into your body, actually feeling safe so that you can move past experiences, whatever they may be. And so this is kind of tying in with everything, but we're going to make this a little 3-part series on safety because I think that is very important right now. A lot of us can feel safe in some aspect, but you really need all 3 parts of this to kind of get to that endpoint of what we would call healing or maybe expansion. Sound good? Sound good, Candace?
Sounds good. I actually like to call it remembering, like
Oh,
pulling
yes.
pieces and fragments back from places that we have lost it, like remembering the body back together.
Oh, I like that. That's good. That's good because that's all we are really doing on this weird human emotional experience. We are just remembering who we really are and uncovering that as we go in. So let's talk about safety and how we are safe in our mind. You want to kick us off?
Yeah, most of us don't feel safe in our mind. Actually, our whole entire experience in life is through the way we experience is through our minds, most of us, because we don't drop into our bodies to allow it to come forward first. And the only way that we can start healing or remembering is to at least think we are safe. If we don't feel safe in the mind, we can't start releasing the trauma. Like if we are in a relationship that's bad and we get out of it, we are not going to start releasing the experiences of that relationship until we are in the presence of another person that makes us feel safe. It doesn't have to be like a sexual relationship. It can be like a therapist, it could be a friend, it can be a sexual relationship, but it just has to be another person's presence that we feel emotionally safe in our head. And when we start feeling safe, and that doesn't mean you haven't done work or haven't tried to do work or like haven't started to do work, but the first level is like of really starting to remember where we have lost pieces is like we feel good and we're like, okay, I feel better. I can like go kind of deal with whatever this thing is that I would like to deal with. And we get in a relationship with a therapist, a friend, or a partner. And all of a sudden, all of these emotions and all of the trauma starts coming up and we're just like, oh God, what's happening? And it's because your mind now feels safe with these people. So it's like, okay, my mind's safe, my body's safe. It's safe to unpack because we can't hold on to any of that. We just can't. If we hold on to it, it creates pain, illness, disease, period. It just does. There's lots of proof to that. Go look at it. So when we we like circle back and let the body release, we don't hold on to that anymore. But it doesn't mean that we are actually safe. Oftentimes, until we have actually done some sort of somatic work, like frequency work, breath work, some sort of body work, you cannot just do mind work. The mind is the first thing. We have to be aware of the trauma that is happening to us, but we're usually just repeating a cycle. So we feel safe in this relationship, and then all of a sudden we realize we're not safe. Maybe 6 months in, maybe a year in, whatever it is. We're like, "Oh, no, we're repeating the same pattern." We're, like, with the same person, it's a different person, but we're repeating the same pattern. And if you do that, you have to come back and look at you. You are the common denominator. You are not creating this person to treat you bad. That person's gonna treat anybody bad. You are just attracting that person because that's how you feel about yourself in your head. Does that make
Okay.
sense? Does that track
I
with you?
Yeah, I think so. I think that as humans, and especially now in this day and age, we are very isolated. A lot of us are as isolated. We are not built to be like that. We are meant to come in and out of people's energy all the time because we need them to reflect back to us these things that are hidden in our subconscious. And so we need them to pull those thoughts out of us so that we can untangle them. And
Mhm.
I think that if you don't go out and get these things out of you and become aware of them, you're never going to feel safe psychologically. But that's just the first step. There's probably a lot of things inside of you that you might not feel safe in, like relationships, work, any kind of dynamic, but you are never going to really uncover that at the first very outside layer until you are in someone else's energy. It's why so many people have hiccups with making money in business and all these other things that there's coaching for. Like, you just don't know what your hiccups are until someone reflects it back to you. So that's obviously the first step. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And, like, just to emphasize, those people that you are pulling in are truly mirroring back to you what you need to change in your body and your mind. And that is why it's so triggering when you get in an argument with them or something, because you're literally just fighting yourself, and those people aren't gonna change. They're like non-player characters in your world. So you have proof that they're gonna treat other people like that too. So you're like, "Oh, no, that's just them." No, it's not. Those other people, they're still reflecting back those other people. You are literally in your environment reflecting back to you.
Yes. I feel like this whole simulation, if you will, is just a big funhouse mirror thing, right? You see your
Yeah.
reflection there, you see that person, but you see a reflection over there. That's all it is. Everything's
Mhm.
being revealed at different levels. Whether or not you can take that in and figure out how to unpack it at that specific time, it's irrelevant. It's all reflections. Everything is a reflection of your perception of this reality, which sounds kind of crazy and trippy, but I just watched The Matrix yesterday, so it kind of tracks with where I'm thinking right now. All of it's all of it's fake, all of it's computer program, but it's really
It
not.
is. Well, it's a really giant illusion or holograph or
Yes.
something. It's a very strong one. So it's hard to believe
Mhm.
that it actually is an illusion. But if you start playing with the illusion through the lens of energies and frequencies, you really start seeing it in a way. And I would even challenge you that if you are looking at somebody or yourself and you are thinking that they are ugly and gross or whatever, you are just seeing yourself in that person, and for whatever reason, you think your energy is ugly. So maybe it is, like, you're only reading your energy, you're only reading their energy. You're not reading their soul or their actual what they look like, because we can find beauty in the ugliest things, and I know that, and I know that you can look at that and see that.
All right, I'm gonna go.
One
Wait,
Oh, go ahead.
wait. I have a question about this.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm just gonna jump in. Okay, so
absolutely.
let's say that we come into contact with someone and there is a physical aspect of them that it's not really we're not super attracted to it, right? Not like disgusted by it, but we're just like, no, we couldn't date this person because of this aspect. Obviously, that's a reflection of us in some way, but I think it could
Mhm.
also just be like a signal that it's an energetic mismatch. Do you think?
Yeah, possibly, but I don't know that we would find a negative about it if it's just a mismatch. We're just like, not meant for me. Like
Mm,
that's where the reflection is, like or that mirroring. Because if we're looking at our soul's not negative. There's nothing in us. That's why you go towards the light, right? That's why we're
mhm.
talking about like emotions, even like positive. We need to raise our everything up. Anything that we look at in like a lower vibration. Why? Why are we looking at like that? Like, it's kind of a trigger. It's because we're not meant to. We're meant to, like, bring it back up. Like, every experience that we have, all the bad ones, like my bunny peed on me this morning. Like, thank you for that experience. I don't really want to thank for that experience, but I understand on an energetic level that that taught me something about me and my relationship with my bunny. And so I can be mad about it and be like, and like put him in timeout. Or I can just laugh and be like, thank you, source, for this experience and this lesson. Because I asked
I
for it.
I'd like to see putting a bunny in timeout, but that's another issue for another day. I don't think that would work so well. Um, okay. So go back to what you were saying. Energetic mismatches, but deep, deep reflections, and then acknowledging those. Because I feel like when we are talking about safety in the mind, it's really easy to acknowledge and become aware of a situation as that first level, but it's not going to really do you much good. Why is it not going to do you much good to just be like, yeah, this is one of my hiccups. I just don't think I'm ever going to get past it. Like, cool. What up with
Well,
that?
because so if we stay in the mind, we never ask the body how it feels, and we never go into the body. The body is what holds the emotions, the water in our body, the tissues in our body, the electromagnetics in our body is what holds on to what's going on in the brain. It literally sends signals up and down the body all the time, and we're choosing whether to hold on to it or not. And we just don't have to. Most of them aren't meant for us. Most of them are meant for reflections for us to move through. Well, okay, I don't mean they're not meant for us. They're not meant for us to hold on to. They are meant for us to look at and be like, where am I holding on to this? And why is it happening like that? And then move through. Like, because if you're in therapy, practice this. Next time you go, if you're in therapy, you likely have pain or illness in the body as well. I'm not judging. It's just something I'm aware of. So so when you're talking, start noticing in your body where things are highlighting. Especially if you just have pain all the time or it comes and goes, notice what's showing up. It's going to show up in a piece of your body when you start talking. That's letting you know that you are holding on to that piece through energetic emotion, and you probably talk about it all the time, and your body's holding on to it. Literally, you
What
probably talk about it all the time.
Yeah, but what if you don't feel it? What if you don't feel it in your body? What if you have some kind of issue that has perplexed you and you have mentally logicked through it and you're like, "Ugh, I know that this is a hiccup. I know that logically I can get past it," but you have disconnected to your body. What's the first step to even like merge those two parts of yourself? What if you don't even realize that
Okay, that's
it's
fair.
a thing?
Yeah, no, that's fair. A lot of people do disconnect from their body. Well, it will show up in your life. You will likely be unhappy with your life. You will have physical accidents, like motor vehicle accidents. You'll have lack of money, lack of food, lack of relationship or unhealthy relationships. It will show up in your life somewhere if you're not feeling it in your body. And the first step I would have people do, I would literally just have you start oming. And I know that sounds silly, but we need to connect to our body on a frequency level. And it's the most simple thing that you can do. And it's free and it's not going to hurt you. So why would you not try it? You'll sit in therapy for an hour and a half or whatever and cry, be sad, angry. Why would you not try to just vibrate with your mouth for 10 minutes to feel good? It's worth a try. Um, Also, one exercise that I have people do or that I ask them to do because it's not, or even just think about, is if you were trapped alone with yourself for 24 hours and you were not allowed to leave the room and like somebody locked you in, this is how I want you to think about safety. Would you be safe with yourself? What would those thoughts be? Would you be like all pleasant and be able to go into meditation and like just be alone and be super grateful and happy that you're alone? Or would you go down some sort of rabbit hole of negativity? So if you would go down some rabbit hole of negativity, you are not safe with yourself. If you are not safe with yourself, others are likely not safe with you either. It's just a thought to think about.
Dang, that's good. I've never heard
Mhm.
that, but makes a lot of sense.
Mhm. It
I like
does.
that. I like that. Okay, so safety in the mind. Yes, it's very important to think things through and logic them out so that you understand what is going on around you, but you have to like be safe in your mind.
Mhm.
Otherwise, you're never going to be able to get to that next step to unlayer, unsheath, exfoliate that gnarly energy that is hanging on to you. You're never going to be able to get to that next level and fully expand and grow in the way you want. I'm trying to change my vocabulary around these things. So I'm trying them out with you.
I
So,
like it.
first
The
level. Thank you.
exfoliating is good because it doesn't feel good. None of this
No.
feels good. Like, people want healing or whatever you wanna call this to feel good. It doesn't. It doesn't feel like rainbows and butterflies and unicorns. It feels like someone kicked you in the head and you're, like, vomiting out, like, pain. And and it can be a
So
lonely journey
intense.
too. It is really intense, but it's worth it because on the other side there are actually like rainbows and butterflies and all of that. And there is a place where I call crossing over that you can never come back from, where you just feel good most of the time.
It's the goal, right? And
Mhm.
I want to emphasize here that I don't like the term healing in general because it would imply that you are broken. You are not broken at all.